Well, let's face it, everyone in India loves an SUV, and there are many reasons why they love them. Amongst them, the fact that you feel more indestructible, gives you that king of the road feel, it has better ground clearance, and it's just better to deal with the kind of roads that we have in our country and the weather conditions. But it's not only about being a workhorse. Even in the luxury segment, SUVs are the flavor. Well, most people who buy those SUVs will be sitting right here in the back seat and enjoying the lap of luxury. But there are a few like me that don't mind this luxury but still want to be there behind the wheel. Well, for me, this is the place to be, behind the wheel. And of course, what I love is plenty of horses under the hood and that. Well, if you like that extra oomph in your car as well, then you're going to want to take a look at what I'm driving today. One look is in fact all you need. You can instantly tell that this is the most powerful version of the X5. From the glossy black M grille with the double bars to the contours of the front apron and the M gills on the side, there are plenty of giveaways. And then there are the aerodynamic double-arm wing mirrors which have a gap to let the air through. Also unique. For optimal cornering performance, there are different size wheels for the front and back axles, with 21-inch wheels used in front and 22 at the rear. Look at it from the rear and you also get twin exhaust pipes and a roof-mounted spoiler. Well, on the inside for the M version, now you get the leather-wrapped dash, you get the M Sport seats which hold you in really well, nice contouring, quilted on the inside, and of course the integrated headrests. Here on the central console, gone are the individual buttons for your damper and your steering, etc. settings. Instead, you now get a different set of buttons here. There is one for setup, which of course pulls up a menu here on the central console where you can individually make your settings for engine, chassis, steering and brake. You can actually fine-tune them to individual settings. You can opt for two of them, which you can preset and save, and they can be operated via these M1 and M2 buttons right here on the steering wheel as well. There is also the M mode button, which allows you to toggle through preset road, sport and track modes as well. Of course, you have the M steering and you have the instrument cluster that pulls up all this additional information that comes with the M version as well. So what are we waiting for? Let's go have some fun. Now, propelling me forward in the most delicious manner is this 4.4 twin turbo V8. Let me tell you, it is delightful. It feels nice and strong. You've got this amazing soundtrack that accompanies it. And boy, is it fun. Power comes in a nice linear manner. Throttle response is great. You get pushed into the back of your seat every time you extend your right foot. Yep, that's what gives you joy. And those are the things that make you go, empower. While the regular X5 M puts out 600 horsepower, the competition variant produces 25 horsepower more. And it has 750 Nm of torque. I'm driving the competition version. The growl from the twin pipes is keeping me thoroughly entertained, and it's inducing me to floor the throttle ever so often. Luckily, BMW have given us a close section of road to drive on, and I don't have any speed limits to worry about. Now it comes mated to an 8-speed Steptronic transmission that has drive logic. So via a button, I can actually decide how aggressive I want my gear changes to be, and I can set them up to be quicker, or I can set them up to be lazy and comfortable for cruising. On the roller coaster of the road that I have ahead of me, I choose the most aggressive setting, and it holds a gear until I dab on the paddles to shift up. Shifts are quick, they're smooth. You can really have a ball. Now there is different sizes of tires front and back to help the handling, but it also has active differential. Now what that does is on a winding section of road like this, it variates the torque front and back to actually let you really carve out the corners with supreme confidence. What also adds to the confidence levels you have to throw this over 2-ton SUV around without a worry are the motorsport-inspired high-performance M compound brakes. Here too, there are settings for the brake pedal feel, with sport or comfort as choices. There's also adaptive suspension with electronically controlled dampers, but even in the most comfortable setting, the ride is on the firmer side. Higher profile tires will probably be available on the India spec for more comfort, but still be prepared to trade in some backseat comfort for the performance you get. Now, while I focused on the performance because that's what this SUV is all about, X5M feels easy to drive in city traffic too. Now, the X5M is both irrational and brilliant. Headed to India in May at an expected price of around 1.8 crore, it will go up against the likes of the Mercedes GLE 63, the Porsche Cayenne Turbo, and even the Lamborghini Urus. Okay, I'm feeling empowered. Now that is a bit cheesy, I know, but what can I say? I've had a great morning with the X5 M, thanks to some closed off roads where we were really able to push the car and enjoy it. And I have to say, this is really thrilling to drive. It is quick, it's quicker than its predecessor, but it's not only about how quick it is, it's about the handling. I mean, this just doesn't feel like a big SUV. It feels very car-like in its manners, and that's what's so enjoyable. You can enjoy all that power because it handles so well, especially on a nice winding section of road, and that's what makes it so thrilling. So yeah, if you're looking for that additional performance, then the X5M does offer it up. The trade-off is going to be that you have that firmer ride setup. But yeah, if you want a practical SUV that can give you sports car thrill, then the X5M will give you exactly that. And the good news is it's coming to India soon.